Hi, this is Bill Russell from CrossFit Cleveland in Rocky River, Ohio, here with your workout details for Monday. You're going to start out with a warm-up for 8 minutes. You're going to do 10 shoulder rollouts with a piece of PVC, a broomstick, or a band. Then 15 butt kickers right and left. 10 good mornings with that PVC stick or band or just a body weight. 15 bicycle crunches. And then 10 thrusters using a light weight. I want you to mix in a total of 10 walkout plus burpees within that warm-up period. So you do one walkout plus a burpee is 1 rep. You'll do 10 of those. You can do them all at once, or you can mix them up a couple at a time. Just get 10 done in that 8 minutes. Your warm-up today, it's 20 rounds for time. You're going to do 3 Renegade rows, right and left. Then 6 hand release push-ups, 9 air squats, and 12 weighted sit-ups, or 12 weighted crunches. The idea here is to move non-stop, minimize the rest, and plan to beat that 20-minute time cap. Keep moving. If the weighted sit-ups are slowing you down, you revert to 12 weighted crunches each round, holding that weight up, touching your chin, holding it on your chest, and leaving it contacting your body through the entire range of either the sit-up or the crunch. So this is fast and furious. It might look easy, but it's going to build on you. 20 rounds, or as many as you can before that time cap. But your goal, in your mind, stay well ahead of the 1 minute per round and keep it up. You can finish this. Just stay with it. So when you're ready, set a clock, get your gear, and 3, 2, 1, go. There's going to be movement demonstrations in the video to follow, starting with the warm-up and then the workout movements. Have a great Monday.
I'm going to demonstrate a shoulder rollout. I'm using a jumbong, Bill's jumbong, but you could use a PVC or a broomstick, just nice and wide, and just opening up the shoulders back and forth, seeing if you can get all the way back over. Just nice and wide, getting that blood flowing into your shoulders.
Slowly, as you got good shoulders, slowly narrow your grip. Make sure you keep your elbows locked.
For those of you with bad shoulders, it might be a struggle, but if you have good shoulders, you want to just kind of start bringing that in a little bit closer at a time, making sure that your elbows are locked out and not falling in. Butt kickers, just get your legs up and down, right, left is 1. If that's too much for you, step it back, just get moving, right? Get the blood flowing. Body weight good mornings. You're gonna take these, your feet are just hip distance apart, and you're gonna take your hips and you're gonna move them back, keeping your head neutral and just slowly feeling that through your hamstrings. If you have at home a broomstick, or you want, I hope you have a broomstick. If you want a broomstick, you can put the broom on the back of and just do it that way. But it's not really necessary.
You can also do bicycle crunches. So keeping your shoulder blades up off the ground, and you're going to pull one knee towards your opposite elbow and extend your other knee, your other leg. 1, 2, 3. Just be careful that you're not cranking on your neck. Leave your neck relatively neutral. 1. The lower leg to the ground, the harder it is. A little bit easier if you go up straight. I like to go close to the ground if I can.
The next thing we're going to do is a walkout and a burpee. So many of you are familiar with this, but I want you to take a nice reach up nice and tall, and you're going to walk it down your body. You're going to walk it all the way out till your body's flat on the ground, and then walk it back up. And then you're going to do a burpee. All right, so that's 1 rep. Now, you might have to, your walkout and a burpee might look very similar if you're scaling back your burpee. So if you have to scale, you're just going to walk yourself down. But if your burpee needs to, you can walk it out your burpee all the way back down, and then just step it up nice and wide. So for some of you, it might look like 2 walkouts. It's okay, just get it done. I'm going to demonstrate thrusters for you today. Yes, I'm at home, and yes, I am in my slippers. A thruster is a weighted front squat, and you're going to push it overhead into a push press. You want to be explosive on that movement, and you want your ears to be showing through what we call the window. All right, I'm going to start with my kettlebell. This is the heaviest object I have. It's the most awkward. If you have dumbbells, that would be my first recommendation. I don't have dumbbells here, but if I did, this is what it would look like. I would be holding them right here on my shoulders, and then you're just going to keep all the way down into that front rack and push all the way up. Let that weight carry you right back down and all the way back up. But I have a kettlebell. It's a little bit heavy for me for this particular movement, but I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to squat all the way down and push it overhead. Let that weight carry you right back down and push. I guess it wasn't as bad as I thought. You can also, I happen to have a plate. This is a plate that has two handles on it. You probably don't have this at home, but if you had a bumper plate, you could do the same thing, even if it's 10 pounds, 15 pounds, whatever it is, and straight overhead, making sure that you're getting your ears all the way, your head all the way through. If you have, whether it's a bag of dog food, some laundry detergent, big bottle of vinegar, anything like that, you can as well use that for those thrusters. Bag of charcoal pellets works well. All the way back down, let the weight carry you right back down and all the way back up. If you have a slam ball, you could use your slam ball for the same thing. Again, these movements are all the same. You're just coming all the way down and all the way through at the top. But if you have your rucksack or your gym bag, you get the picture. Anything, your full squat all the way up and overhead at the top. Those are your thrusters for today.
I'm going to demonstrate a Renegade Row with a pair of dumbbells. I'm going to start out in the top of the plank position and row right and row left. Keeping your elbow in close and trying to get to the head of the dumbbells to be making contact with your body. Initiate that movement in your scaps, in your back. Squeeze those muscles first and then pull with the arms. If that's too difficult, you can do it off your knees. Just keep a nice flat back. Row right, row left. Right, row left. Typically, right and left equals 1 rep. So Renegade Row, if you only have one dumbbell, you get in the plank position, one hand on the ground, and row. Just make sure you do equal number each side to stay balanced.
Push-ups, hand release push-ups. If you can do a strict hand release, keep a nice straight body. Down to the floor, release your hands, back up, fully extended elbows. Down again and up. Down again and up. If you need to warm up from your knees, you can come down, lift your chest up, bring your hips up so you're in a tight plank. Go back down here, release your hands, up, release your hands, up.
Here's a demonstration of a squat. For a squat, you're going to take your feet hip distance apart, and you're going to take your feet and just slightly point it out rather than just straight forward. You're going to take your feet out, keeping your chest up. Again, I like to keep my arms up. That was a good reminder to look up, chest up. You're going to sit below parallel and then straight back up. Okay, so a couple more of those so that you can see. Chest is up, below parallel, all the way up, squeeze. This is the top, all the way back down. Don't short it here. Get that squeeze in. Here's a demonstration of the sit-ups. If you have an ab mat, this is a good time to use those. If you don't have an ab mat, you can use a pillow or a blanket or a towel or sweatshirt, anything that you want. Just roll it up and you're going to put it into the small of your back. I'm going to show you a couple different versions, but I'm going to start with this one where we take our feet and put them together in what we call frogging our legs. Every time you do a sit-up, you want your shoulders to touch the ground, and you want to sit up and all the way up. I like to touch my toes, but I'm coming all the way up, and each time is all the way back and all the way up. If that's too difficult for you and you need a little bit of a modification, you can take your feet further away or put them up here, and then you can do the same thing and just sit all the way up. Make sure you're sitting all the way up, shoulders touch the ground each time. The other option, if that's too hard and you can't sit all the way up, I want you to just do a crunch, okay? So just think about taking your hands straight overhead, and I just want you to think about your fingertips going straight up to the ceiling, all the way down. Up. You notice my shoulders are still touching the ground each and every time.